Hi, Mr. Daniel, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, and I will share my PowerPoint presentation with you. Can you hear me as well?
Yeah, very clear.
Perfect. So, and can you see my PowerPoint presentation now?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. So, yeah, thank you for having me here at this wonderful conference today, and for letting me speak on this important topic, Empowering Tomorrow, Digital Inclusion Strategies for Sustainable Development. My name is Daniel Nicolai. I'm the CEO of the KNE Sustainability Institute. We are based in Berlin, Germany. I'm right now in Germany, and I want to give you a possible answer on how to foster education on sustainable development by using technology with our interesting project, which I will introduce you to in the next slides. So our mission is to create a sustainable future fast. And let me explain why we have to be fast. Here you see a picture of very cute young children. And I want you to ask in your mind to answer this question. How many children are living on Earth today? Just think about it. And here you see a number showing up, and many of you might be surprised, but there are 2,400 million children under 18 living on the Earth right now, at this very moment. So this is a huge number of children under 18. And if you add the young adults, you might come to even 3,000 million, so meaning 3 billion are at young age. That this is more than a quarter of the world population. And during my last 20 years of experience, I gathered information on things like entrepreneurship, like management, like corporate social responsibility, sustainability, and marketing and technology as well. And we have to find a solution through technology. And you see why? Because those 3 billion children, youth, and young adults will be, and you see here the population development of a World Population Prospect Report by the United Nations. This is a medium prospect, so it might be worse, it might be better, but it's always good to take the medium development at first. And here you can, in a way, see that this sheer number of 3 billion will continue to exist on this planet because they were just born in this very minute. So throughout the rest of my life, at a given point in time, we have more than 1 billion young people on the planet. And if you think about it, you have no time. Today, we have this small girl here. She's today might be a school student, and in 20 years, she might become an employee, a scientist, or an activist, maybe. So she will grow up. There is no way that she won't grow up. So we have to reach her. And maybe when she's an elderly woman, then she might be a leader, a politician, an investor. So we have to reach her, and we have to educate her on a sustainable future and on a sustainable mindset that she can build up by herself. And as you see, in 20 years, those 1 billion teenagers, for example, that we have on the planet now will be grown-ups. And there will be 1 billion grown-ups. And if we do not reach them today, they might be, and if you are more into psychology and sociology, it's very hard to reach grown-ups and to change their behavior, their thoughts, belief, and so on. So we have to reach them when they're young, and they have to have a digital way to get the knowledge, maybe even by themselves. And this is what we promote here in our project SDGs for Future, which basically is a digital e-learning platform. And here on the left, you see pictures of the platform itself, and it will help young people around the world to build up more sustainable mindsets. And by using the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations as a framework, as I mentioned, it's video-based, so it's very important. We're talking about inclusion. Inclusion means that the information, first of all, should be accessible. So you see the small smartphone here. Obviously, it should be accessible via smartphone, but as well from a laptop or whatever, a tablet. So here you see a responsive designed e-learning platform that anyone can enter by using the internet. You don't even need an app store. You do not need some gatekeeper or whatever. And it should be free of charge, of course, and it should be locally adapted. So that's why I'm, for example, thank you, Helen, for inviting me here over. We were talking about this program to implement this, for example, in China. I was on a long trip to Asia, through Asia. I visited India, I visited Japan, and I guess there was also Japanese kids here, and Nepal, for example, and of course China, because in South Asia, there is the largest population right now, and there are many children, and we have to reach them, and they are, in general, very good equipped with digital devices, so we can reach them, but we have to reach them with the knowledge very fast, and we have to in a way jump over teachers, because we do not have the time to teach the teacher first. So there should be a kind of e-learning system where there will be engaged to use the program themselves, and which is it should be fun. It should be proactive. There should be projects that they can do. There should be even is included a kind of connectivity. They can connect on a local level, for example. And we are working right now on partnerships with academia, schools, corporations, and organizations around the globe to build up this project. And here you can see the SDGs again. As I mentioned, it's the framework that we use. And we see the SDGs not as a closed framework. We more see them like the global goals. And if you're familiar with the SDGs, you know there are 17. And the last one here is an elephant. And you might not even know it because the elephant icon does not exist. But we created this 18th global goal for the topic of animal welfare. It's very important to understand the SDG framework as something which gives orientation. And this is a perfect way of giving orientation to young children or teenagers that are able to access such a e-learning class by themselves. And here, for example, this is in German, but the platform will be, of course, in any language. And here you have comments, you have lesson downloads, and here will be content and as well the videos, of course. So e-learning is the technology that we can use. We have access to video, we have access to internet, we have high-speed internet, we have the devices. The children have the devices. They're used to using the smartphone every day. So we have to reach them directly. And as well, as I mentioned, we have to have a desktop version because also teachers can use this framework to provide knowledge on the SDGs. And if you have any questions on the way we will set up the platform, just send me an email. In the last slide, there's an email address that you can use, and just ask me. And we are very open-minded, and we do not want to be like the old white man from Central Europe that dictates the content. That's not our goal. We are what Helen is searching for, like the enabler, like a coordinator, platform giver, technology giver. And at the same time, with my academic background, we are understanding not only the technology, but the content. We are also looking for content partners like, for example, Greenpeace or other large organizations, but also small grassroots entrepreneur, and even Helen had such beautiful projects that are very small, but they are inspiring the youth to do the same. And here are some decisions that we can that we can reach or that we can affect in the future. So the question is, how will I spend my my lifetime on Earth? And one thing is that you can participate. So if you just participate, you're a consumer, you will buy sustainable products, or you help others by volunteering. You are an activist, for example, just posting on social media about urgent problems in your region. You are an employee. You can choose the sustainable or more sustainable organization, vote for sustainable leaders as a voter. And on the other side, you can be a leader. You can be an entrepreneur starting a sustainable company like I did, or many others. You can be an investor who invests in sustainable corporations. You can be a scientist solving sustainable problems, be a politician to shape a better sustainable future, and even a teacher in our program. You might be use SDG for future for your teaching just as material. And here's a small framework which I will very briefly touch on, and I'm done with my presentation. There are 3 stages of growing up, and the first one is be a child. And it's for me like being 11, 12, or in that age group, not being a teenager. So there we have to build up a consciousness. I was in a very interesting school in India, Alcan International School, if anybody wants to reach out to them on the internet. They teach the SDGs within their school from the first, not even the first grade, from kindergarten on. You have to build up the consciousness. You have to teach them that they switch off the light, that they save resources, and they should, and that's the most important thing, solve the problems by themselves. The teenagers have to be inspired. They need orientation. You have to show them problems of the planet and problems of their region, and you have to present solutions and role models that are just doing something and changing the world every day. And then there's this group of young adults that ask, how can I make a difference? I want to deepen my knowledge. Which skills do I need to succeed by building something new up or working on a sustainable topic? Present opportunities. So give them the opportunity to see, here's a project, you can be part of it. You do not have to invent everything by yourself, but you can be part of something. And you do not have to work for Mercedes-Benz or I don't know, Apple, large brands that do not really care about being a truly sustainable company. But they care more about the profit. And those are the 3 age groups, but we will start with the teenagers first in our pilot project. And yeah, to finish this up, we are just about to start. We need your support. And if you are interested, especially we need the support of UNESCO, UNDP, or UNICEF, because this is a very global project, as you see in our SDG globe. We need this. We need a support just also financially, of course, but as this is a platform of the United Nations, I just want to use this opportunity to say, hey, come on, help us, get behind this project, and give us just your name and support us maybe with contacts and so on. So if the United Nations stand behind this project, it will be much easier to fundraise in foundations, other states, and even private funding. And as you might know, the West is very rich, and even in Germany, we have so many rich people. Many want to help, and it's much easier to raise money and to raise a financial support when we have the backing of a large organization. So just imagine we have 1 billion children. Just take $1 for one child, and then you're good to go. Then we have 1 billion, and we will make it, and we will reach maybe not 1 billion, but much more than we can reach today. So thank you very much. And there's my email address here as well. Thank you for having me again. And I'm excited to see the other speakers.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. And now, actually, every audience can hear about the voice from youth from NGOs. We can see the response to the WSIS Action Line C7 in learning. And now we're going to move our attention to the private sector.